Will the Boston Celtics prove that there is no I in team? Or will Giannis prove yet again that freaks do come out at night? And in this video, you're going to get the Game 1 preview and the series prediction. Let's get it.
This is Enough Said Sports.
Guys, I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports as we come to you with another preview and prediction video, this time here in the National Basketball Association on YouTube. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for all of those of you who have joined us also on Patreon. Definitely have been red hot over there. Really appreciate the support. So if you like this sort of content, speaking of Patreon, please also join us on there. Click the first link in the description box below. Get all of our exclusive picks. This is something you definitely want to do if you're an NBA fan, because we are cooking with hot fish grease. We're getting it done. So going to have some stuff, some content over here on YouTube, but all of our stuff is over there for the NBA on Patreon, so definitely take advantage of that. And for those of you who are new to our content, welcome to Enough Said Sports, where we don't do fandom, we do business, and we don't make friends, we make money. Thanks again for joining us. I want to talk to you about a contest that's going to be coming on tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The world champion Milwaukee Bucks going up against these Boston Celtics, these upstarts. They just coming off of sweeping the Brooklyn Nets. They look really good. The Boston Celtics are favored by 4.5 in this one, and the total is 217.5. So first, before we talk about the game, let's talk about the series as a whole. This particular series is going to be one heck of a series. On one side, you got the Milwaukee Bucks, who are the defending world champions. They look like the defending world champions. They're playing very well right now as a whole. Obviously, Chris Middleton had that little knee injury there in the previous round. We'll see how that ends up shaking out. But I'm assuming he will be able to go and be able to be healthy at some point fully in this series, hopefully. We'll see. And then on the other side, you got the Boston Celtics, who are playing unbelievable basketball. They're playing very well. And they really won the Brooklyn series in unconventional fashion. All of the games were real close. All of the games came down to execution down the stretch. They were able to get it done, and that is really highly unusual when you're talking about the National Basketball Association, because typically if you have really, really close games, you're not going to win that many of those, especially in a row. Really impressive what they did. They were very clutch. They played very, very excellent and well-coached defense, and they got it done. You got to give them credit. And we expected them. We did predict them to beat the Brooklyn Nets. We didn't predict them to beat them in 4. But they definitely got the job done. So kudos to them. Of course, Milwaukee's coming off a fairly easy series. Really only had one kind of rough game in there where Chicago won. But other than that, they look really good. Now, as far as this series is concerned, this one is probably, this one, along with the Suns and the Mavs series, to me, are very, very hard to predict, because you got really two really good teams, two really solid teams playing one another. And this time of year, it's tough because all the better teams are the ones playing. So with that being said, though, guys, I believe Giannis is the best player on the planet. And I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think Giannis is a much better player than Kevin Durant is. And I believe Giannis will carry this Milwaukee Bucks team in this series. I'm going to go Bucks in 7 as far as them winning this series. I think Giannis is going to prove to be too much. And I think if you get into close ball games with the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis is going to finish you off. He's got an improved jumper. He's playing really well. I got to go with the Milwaukee Bucks here. I think it's going to be a very hard series. I don't think a lot of the Milwaukee Bucks fans believe it's going to be a hard series, but this Boston Celtics team is playing extremely well. It is going to be a dogfight. I don't think the Milwaukee Bucks, this version of the Milwaukee Bucks, is quite as good as what they were last year. I think losing guys like P.J. Tucker, and I get you added some shooting with Grayson Allen, but you also lost Forbes, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but I think it's a bigger deal than you might think. And then Middleton having the knee issue, I think will also play a part in making this a long series. But I think it's going to be one heck of a series as far as that's concerned, because I have a ton of respect for the Boston Celtics. I think they are tremendous. And I believe it's going to be a dogfight. Going to come down to a Game 7. Milwaukee's going to have to go on the road and win a Game 7 in Boston to get this thing done. I believe they will. Now, with that being said, Game 1, what do we do about Game 1? I believe that the Milwaukee Bucks will get Game 1. I think Milwaukee, being a 4.5-point dog here, I will take them in Game 1 straight up, and then also I'll take them with the points. And I'm going to say it goes over 217. I just believe that at some point you can't keep winning these close games. I think this is going to be another close game. I just don't see Boston. The law of averages has to catch up with itself. I don't see Boston winning another close game. I think that they'll, obviously fight back, but I'm going to take Milwaukee here in Game 1, plus 4.5 on the money line, and we're going to go over 217.5. Thanks as always, guys. Appreciate all the support. I'm going to do one more series over here on YouTube for the semifinals here. I'm going to do the Warriors against the Memphis Grizzlies. But as far as the other series, as far as the series outlooks, you got to join us on Patreon to check that out to get all of that content. But we'll definitely be doing all of the games from all the series over here, so that's going to be good stuff. Appreciate all the support again, and I will talk to you again soon, guys. Thanks.